So now we have to speak about the Russian president and what's up. He is it's a Mercury retrograde, so he is kind of pulling back. He seems to be very aligned with the planets, I have to say. He is reevaluating what he has been doing, what he has said, how he's been kind of taken out there in the world, like how Europe is replying to him, how the Americans are playing the game. And he's still kind of defensive. He stands his ground. He wants to have his opinions, and it's like crossing a line. And moving forward, he seems to reevaluate how he has what's the word? How he has handled a partnership or a collaboration, or there was like a window of opportunity and he didn't take it. He didn't see the value in it before. He was so stuck in his own way. And that is, when he's stuck like that, people can see this as betrayal. They think that he's moving with them, and then he isn't kind of changing, or he isn't it feels like people think that they are in the same boat with him, and they are going, or the boats are going in the same direction. And Vladimir Putin is he has said what he has said from the start, and he's sticking to it. And people think that if he only kind of moves with us, then he will change his mind, or he will eventually move with us. And he doesn't. He is very set in his ways. So people see that as betrayal. They don't understand it. They don't understand that he actually does mean what he says. When he says something, it is often based in truth. Every person I have, oh my God, my hair. Every person I have listened to speak about him, that has met him in real life, that have worked with him for a longer period of time, have actually the nicest things to say about him. They just seem like he just took the wrong road. He could have made Russia like the amazing place that it is, could have been like the center of the universe almost, because he is that intelligent, he is that capable of it, he works so hard. And from what I know, he also working during the night. He works all the time. That man doesn't take vacations, which I don't think that's healthy at all. But they say that he is strategic, he's calculated. The Russians have a tendency to, they try something, and then if that doesn't work or something else comes, they can, yeah, let's try that instead. If that works, then it works. If it doesn't work, then we have to figure something else out. That is not usually how it works in the rest of the world. Like, politics often really set in stone. You don't try something new just because. You don't reevaluate, like as we see Europe right now. They don't do anything differently. Like, nothing is working, clearly, but they just don't do anything differently. And I'm kind of ashamed, I have to say, of, like, I'm paying these people and they like make nothing better at all. They don't shift with energies. Like, they don't, okay, something is different here, so we respond to that different energy. They just stick to their strategy or storyline that they have told themselves for a extremely long time is the truth. No matter if it is, like, the energy could shift like yesterday. So what you thought were the truth doesn't have to be like that today. That is kind of politics of how it works usually. The Russians seem to be very aware of shifts and changes, and you can kind of change your mind. You can, okay, we're testing this one, or we are doing this, and then they kind of go back and forth. And I think it's hard for the rest of the world to kind of catch up on that. How the Russian president have a difficulty seeing through illusions and deceptions, and he doesn't trust what he sees. He doesn't, and it is Mercury retrograde. He's not supposed to. It is supposed to be like a fog around him. That is what Mercury retrograde, like, that is the purpose of it. We don't know our way forward. We need to trust our gut. We need to slow it down. We need to be more introspective. We need to reevaluate what we did in the past. It's like we're writing a book and now we are editing the book. Like, did this character come up? Did this character come off as I wanted it to come off? Did this storyline work? Is there any kind of gaps, or is it something that isn't supposed to be there? If someone else reads the book, do they get it? Is there, like, the emotions that I want to kind of portray, are they there? Is the logic there? Is the, the kind of the editing of it? And that is what he's going through this coming week, at least. Then Mercury is going direct, and he's going to be more clear-minded, have a strategy, understand what maybe he did wrong, because they're coming up something that he is very regretful for. And it's the opportunity or the relationship or the partnership from the past that he might have treated poorly. He is supposed to not sleep or not take action this week. He's supposed to take action. He's supposed to be the one that shift things this week. And I think it might be, Trump said that he has a guy that he has sent over and over again to Russia. Schwarzkopf? I'm not sure. And he said that I can send him next week. I can send him one more time. The thing is, the Russian president needs to start give something back now. He needs to learn from his mistakes. Like, this might be the last time the American president actually sensed that this guy, Swartz, whatever his name is, and don't think that, oh, he will come again, or he will try again, or that might not happen. So an opportunity to actually move forward might be this time. Like, the American president are sending this guy like one last time, and he should kind of see the opportunity in it and not just stand his ground. I want what I want, not budging, not not changing, not, because it will come off as like betrayal for the rest of the world, or like they still say the only thing he responds to is brute force, which is not true. Like, ask anybody who has worked with him, that is not true. So they see it like that. When he isn't reciprocating, or when if the Swatchkov guy is coming to Russia and the Russian president isn't, I'm not saying to not defend what he wants, I'm just saying give a little. Like the last time they had peace talks, the public ones, the whole thing, he could have given like a ceasefire for a week. Like that would have made absolutely no difference, more so than people outside of the world, outside of Russia, would have said, okay, that at least is progress. It's like a step. He gave nothing. He just did what he always does. And I think that is a mistake, because what my cards are saying is that he actually wants peace. He just doesn't know how to kind of act, say, or do to get it, because he's in this position that, I don't know, it's just he can't stop, because it would look a certain way. I obviously don't agree with that, but it is what it is. And we have to see it, we have to accept it, and we also have to kind of try and try again. And right now the Americans are the one that just tries and tries again. And from what I've understood, Trump wants the Peace Prize. So maybe he actually wants some kind of recognition for him trying, at least. So if he's sending this guy, then Norway will give him the Peace Prize. I don't know if they will, though. But I get it. I want to win the Nobel Prize for literature, like me writing something, saving the world, who knows. I had really big dreams when I was a child. I wanted to be a diplomat, and I wanted to win the Nobel Prize for literature. It just like dawned on me now when I'm 42 that I had really big dreams when I was a child, saving the world while writing about it. He is supported by the fact that he actually is the emperor. He is in charge. He has the kingdom. He has, like, Russia is such a great country. It could have, instead of doing this, it could have flourished like crazy. And I've read a book recently. It's in Swedish, Hotet från Ryssland, like the threat from Russia. And in that book, he goes through how Russia kind of infiltrated Europe with like the media, try to buy like media houses and newspapers, and try to kind of put their own narrative of how we should see Russia. And where were I going with this? No, I just lost my train of thought. That's annoying. He has the, okay, I'm bringing it back. He has all the tools. He is, now I'm back. Now I know the book. And in that book, he kind of says that it was so much shadiness going on that didn't help Russia to flourish. It helped a few people to gain a lot of money, and it didn't do anything for Russia as a country. That book is quite, I haven't finished it yet, but like companies that, it's so much money, and these companies are so big, and they are like, everybody wants to own them, and it's like sold out, it is cut up, it is like, and not for the greater good of the country. It's just like a complete mess. And this was, I think it started during Yeltsin's time. I saw, this is a sidetrack, I saw a video with Yeltsin being extremely drunk and going, it's like a formal ceremony, going towards like a band that was playing and taking the, what do you call it, like the conductor, like the one that's helped the band play, and then he started to like conduct, I don't know what word it is, the band being so drunk. And I just laughed. It was so fun because like he's the president of Russia. He was the president of Russia and doing that on a formal ceremony. And I did see the like Putin speak about it later. Like no one actually cared that he was drunk all the time during work. Um, and I think that we should be more appreciative of the fact that Putin isn't, which actually is true because Yeltsin were, I don't know, it was really fun watching, even if I would have been mortified if a Swedish politician did something similar. I would be, oh my god, the Swedish people would be having a heart attack. Um, Back to Putin. The advice is he can actually turn everything around. Russia is a great country. It has so much resources. It has so many companies. It has like 150 million people in the country. The economy could actually boom. It could be what everybody wants if he just starts making the right decisions now. And all the shadiness and all the what he have been doing that just made a few people like extremely wealthy, or cutting up companies, or instead of like looking at, and also war, obviously, like it's expensive, like stop starting wars and start building your country instead. Start, like when you're leaving, what my cards are saying, when you're leaving, because it will happen in a few years, what legacy do you want to leave behind? Do you want the next person to say that, yeah, it started kind of rough, had to move through a lot of Putin had to move through a lot of like deception, and he cleaned up a lot. Like with all the books that I have read, he cleaned up a lot of corruption and just nastiness. But he never finished. He just, either he gave up along the way, or he kind of shifted course, or he had a dream when he started what he wanted to build. He wanted like Moscow and Russia to be this great country that everybody looked up to, that had the respect and status that it kind of has for being just Russia. And he kind of lost his way, and that is something, not just my opinion, not my cards, but I have heard other people say that was someone from Canada, I think. He doesn't have a purpose. He has lost his way. And I think that is kind of nice, because some people just want to call him a dictator. Some people just want to call him a narcissist and a psychopath, and it doesn't sit well actually with the energies and what people actually that have met him, have worked with him, actually say. And then obviously we have that people disappear, people get arrested, and there is a extremely hard way of getting his will. Like his will is what matters. I am aware of that, but the energy is just, there's something that isn't shown. It's like he lost his way. He tried his hardest to build something, to kind of do the right thing, and then either it was too hard and he just lost faith in it, and he just, okay, fine, but then we kind of lean in to it, because I'm going to lose my spot anyway if I don't. Or there's like something, like a decision in the middle of, let's say, like 10 years ago, that just made him, okay, there's no point in doing this the right way, so I might as well just lean into the wrong way, if that makes sense. I don't know. He's going to be more clear-minded when this week is over. He's going to have a sense of clarity, and Mercury is going direct. He has been through the past. He has gone through his decision in the past, what happened, people he might have, yeah, I didn't handle that too well, maybe I should have done this. He needs to kind of let go of something. Maybe it is this, I want what I want, and I want the way I want it, and start to actually talk, and also be more flexible. Like when I'm talking about Zelensky, you might actually not get into it, not because Putin says something or has like something written down. That might just not ever happen, because it's not Ukraine's road. So how would you like to do this then? And he needs to actually accept that and be flexible with that, and maybe start to gain partnerships, maybe start to speak to other countries in the area around, start to open up for other possibilities, or being more independent of me. And Putin needs to do that too. He needs to, like, okay, fine, I have those things, but how can I move forward from this and not save face, or like not be humiliated, and be somewhat, I think people will start to see him differently if he just gives, like if we say that the Americans actually do send this guy, and the guy comes back and, no, we actually had a good talk. Maybe it comes, okay, fine, we have a ceasefire because Putin wanted it to, for a day or two or three or a week or something, and then we kind of have the next meeting and the American person goes back again, like something. Doesn't have to be a week, but you know what, I'm like, give something. And within the ceasefire, then pull back from something, or yeah, and I think he needs to kind of make up his mind, and not make up his mind that he can't be this, kind of put boundaries down. And I think at the end of this week he is going to. And I do hope that that meeting with the American person is going to happen, and that the Russian president is going to take that as an opportunity to move forward, to get out of this and start building his country, and start to kind of right the wrongs, because he is that intelligent, he is that well educated, and he has the mindset, he works so hard. He just kind of lost track. And that is not just my opinion. You have to listen to people that actually have met him, have worked with him, and what they are saying. They have a lot of good things actually to say about him. And also, Russia is not a dictatorship, it's an authoritarian ship. It still is. He is on his way to becoming a dictator. That energy has stopped, though. It was something the universe saw that coming, and then it just paused. Like, okay, you have the possibility to actually change, to actually do something that you are here to do. And do it well, because you can, and leave your legacy better than when you came in, even if you did a few bad choices. And I'm not taking Ukraine's suffering lightly. I do see the grieving, I do see the loss, and I'm just trying to say what is needing to do to move forward without drones, bombs, missiles, escalating stuff. Yeah, because what's next? Do you get Ukraine? Probably not. Or you are in a war for 30 years trying. Or then what? Are you going to be in war with Europe? Europe is kind of nice right now. We're not doing anything. Like, they could have been going full force a long time ago, and the Russians would be probably non-existent now, but they haven't, because Europe is kind of waiting for everybody else to decide for them. However, if you go towards a European country and start to attack that, then Europe is not going to have an option. So either is escalating the aggression, or it is actually starting to come with a solution. It doesn't have to be a major leap. It doesn't have to let go of your boundaries or what you want. It just needs to be like a little. If someone asks for, can we have a ceasefire for more than 2 days, like, then give it, so everybody can breathe some, or everybody can see that, okay, fine, something actually do happen when we speak to him, because that is what's important for the rest of the world. Even if you don't, I want what I want. Fine, you want what you want, but we want a ceasefire for a week. Can you give us that? That is not making you weak. That is making you like flexible, and that you actually listen, and you can be reasoned with. I think that is what my cards kind of says, tells me. But all of this is going to land with him at the end of this week. So hopefully keep our hopes and faith up, I guess, and that the Americans actually do send this guy, because Europe doesn't seem to do anything. They just says the same old story. I would have loved if someone in Europe actually said that, well, we have a guy, we have a girl, whomever, that can go and speak to him in private, not in front of cameras, not in front, not this whole peace thing that is going on in several hours, but just something that moves this forward. And for now, it is the Americans. So hopefully the president kind of sends him, and hopefully the Russian president takes the opportunity. We'll see.